Hi everyone, my name is Emma Ginder and this is my Module 1 assignment. Starting off with some personal information, I am from Topeka, Kansas. This August will be the start of my 4th year teaching. I am a 3rd grade teacher and I come from a family of teachers. My mom is a teacher as well as my older sister Madeline. Madeline and I are getting our masters together, so when you come across a Madeline Ginder in this course, we are related. That is my sister. So this is our second to last course before graduation. We will be graduating this December, so super excited about that. My building is Indian Hills Elementary School. It is located here in Topeka. We have about 540 students. We do grades preschool through 6th grade. And a little fun fact is I grew up attending Indian Hills all K through 6th grade. And one of the kindergarten teachers at our school is actually my mom. So it's really fun being able to work with my mom. Transitioning over to the 3 levels of government control of public education. Starting with local, schools are government run, of course, so the government therefore chooses how the schools are operated. To make it easier on the government, schools are divided into school districts, and each district does have a school board. Members for the school board are elected either by the public or appointed. For funding, school boards collect property taxes on all of the home and businesses within their district, or they allow the city council to do so on their behalf. Getting a little wider, looking at the state, they often delegate most of their authority to the school districts, but overall the state does have authority if needed. We've all heard of the Common Core state standards. I'm sure all of us do use them. They say that 44 out of the 50 states have adopted and used the Common Core state standards. State level funding for government schools, of course it varies widely, but about on average states provide for slightly less than half of schools' operating costs. And then when we get to the big one of federal, in order for schools to receive funding, they must comply with various requirements from all 3 branches of government because federal educational funding does come from taxation. In 2013, the federal government actually spent $72 billion on education, which made it the 3rd largest area of discretionary spending. So, who's in charge? Back to looking at the local. Like I said, each school district has a school board. On that school board, there is a superintendent and then about 5 to 9 elected or appointed representatives. I know for my school district, our representatives are elected by the public. The school boards are responsible for establishing curriculum, hiring, deciding when the schools should be closed, consolidated, or constructed, and being on the school board is a volunteer job. Looking at the state, I focused on Kansas, and we have the Kansas State Department of Education, also known as KSDE, with Dr. Randy Watson as our commissioner. KSDE, they administer the state's governance on education, the standards and assessment, special education services, nutrition and wellness, title programs and services, career and technical education, and financial aid. So it is a paid job, and just looking at all the responsibilities makes it very obvious that the state does have the most power and control out of the 3 levels. And then federal, Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, we've all heard her name. She's responsible for just the overall direction, supervision, and coordination, as well as kind of being the one to let the president know about policies, programs, activities that are related to education here in the United States. This is a paid job. So looking at the national standards, number 6, components 6.1, 6.2, and 6.3, I have them here on the screen for you to look over, but I feel that 6.1 best fits with the local level, 6.2 with the state level, and 6.3 with the federal level. So these 3 levels, how do they provide success and well-being for our students and adults and staff? The funding is huge, of course. Providing resources for us, our curriculum, like we talked about earlier, the standards, so we know kind of what we're going to teach and what our students need to master, and support, which is so big, and us as educators and teachers know just how important it is to have support from our communities and other people out there. So those I found were the 5 most important success and well-being attributes that they bring for us.